All right, so today I am inspired by Vu of MVU Films talking about camera gear, the setup, and the perception of the value and the confidence that clients have when you walk in. I love unboxing videos, and I think part of the reason why I like unboxing videos because you get to see the whole package of what you just purchased together. And I think clients also have that quote unquote unboxing experience. When I walk into a set, what are they getting? What did they invest in? And something that I feel like I can do better. And I think it also depends on the client. Usually this right here, the Sony Fx3 with the 35 prime or whatever lens I need to use for whatever kind of gig it is. Usually if I have it just set up like this, and I'm forgetting that I just took the filter off for whatever reason, so I need to put this back on real quick. But usually the Sony Fx3, I have a cage on it, and the lens, usually this is good enough. And honestly, sometimes I can shoot better with it because I don't have a lot of stuff kind of in the way. A lot of the accessories that are down here below can be very helpful, but if I walk in, whether if I'm dressed nice or dressed like this, if I walk in with just this and I'm like, all right, let's go make some stuff, there can be a perceived value of, did I really just pay this, we'll just call it wedding videographer, 4,000 bucks for 8 or 9 hours with just this camera? You know, it may or may not make a lot of sense to other people. But if I rig this whole thing out, I think the perception or the value perceived will be a lot higher. So we're gonna do a quick little setup rig right now of going from the quick literal run and gun, or if we're gonna do a full out rig. So here we go. And links will be in the description for almost all of these things. If you're looking for something specific or want to know why I use certain things, feel free to message me, DM me, whatever it is, and I'll get back to you. So the first part that I would want to put on is actually going to be, I'm actually going to take this off, and there was a reason why I remember I took it off. So I'm going to take this plate off. Don't worry, I will put it back because, as you know, everything I use, all the filters have the PGY Tech quick release setup. That way it just makes it easier for the gimbal. This is actually for the monopod or a tripod, multiple tripods. And the recent unboxing of the Mantis Pod Pro. So I'm putting this on because this is actually going to help with V-mount filters. So we're going to take this, put this here, and put this here. So here's the quick release. And then I'm gonna put this on, and this is for the V-mount batteries so that I can power the monitor without needing a bunch of the big Sony block batteries, which they're like individually almost this big, maybe like almost half the size, but they're really heavy. And then they stick out a lot on the monitor. So this goes here. Go ahead and place that there. Lock this in. We're gonna go ahead and take the screen out just for a second because we're gonna need that later. Push this back in, lock it, and lock it. Now we're going to put the filter right back on over here. Oops. There we go. So as you can see now, if I put this back over here, we don't need this, and I put this on here, this will be a quick drop in. And now it's set in there and it's done. But we're gonna move this off to the side for now because we still have some more rigging to do. So next we're gonna go ahead and put the battery on the back of the camera. Next we have these quick release plates, or not quick release plates. This is like an articulating magic arm from Small Rig, and I put one here. So we just unlock, boom, and then it's in. And I'll probably lock it in around here. Put one on the monitor. So the monitor's all done. This is for the power. So normally I would have a bigger battery, but because we have the V-mount setup, I'm just gonna do that. Typically I'll kind of like wrap this around, say at least once. Yeah, we'll do once. So as you can see, slowly but surely, it's starting to look a lot more, you know, rigged out, and we're still not quite done with it yet. I'm gonna take these out because we're gonna need an HDMI cord. HDMI cord. This is actually the Rode NTG Plus. Excuse me. This is the Rode NTG Plus. I love using this because it has like a high and a low. So it records on the left channel higher and the right channel a little lower. So that way I have a little options. If it's getting really, really loud, I can, in post-production, I can go ahead and switch to the lower volume. Or if it was accurately and it was good and no one's yelling and screaming, then I can still use the normal channel. So I'd rather have two options than just one. Normally I would have another cord sticking out from this microphone into the audio jack over here, but I'm currently using that for the Rode Wireless Pro, which is on the ZVE one right up above. So we need the SSD so that we can also save footage not only onto the dual S cards of the FX3, but we can also get the footage here from the Atomos Ninja 5. And the last video you guys saw, this is the Freewell matte box. So now we're gonna start putting this all together. So we're gonna go from this. That snapped right on in, I love that. And we're gonna tighten this back up. Now we're gonna go ahead and move this back over there. And certainly not last, certainly not last, we've got the variable ND filter. So that's all good. We have our wind cover here for the microphone. I actually stole this one off of the smaller NTG, so or the smaller Rode microphone. But yeah, there's this. And so now when I turn the camera on, I know that we have battery on the Small Rig plate. But there we go. Quick, I'm gonna take this off and just show you what it looks like in its entirety. Is this bad boy. Now this isn't even like fully spec'd out, because if I really want to, what I could do is put handles on each side and do like triggers. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it like this. But yeah, so how would you feel? Would you rather me walk in with the one camera or the FX3 without the matte box, would you rather me walk in without the matte box, without the monitor, without the microphone, without the V-mount plate for all the battery and storage and all that stuff? Or would you rather me walk in like this? And it's okay if you say you would rather have me walk in this way. If this makes you feel better and this makes you feel like you're hyped and amped up to go shoot and record, then I'll set it up this way. To me, I don't really care. It does take a little bit more time to actually set everything up because I don't walk into the shoot just like this. As you can tell, it took some time to put this whole thing together. But it does make my job easier in some ways when it comes to recording. If there's a lot of sun, the matte box is super helpful. Having two different audio sources or two different audio levels is awesome. Being able for you, the client, to be able to see everything on the monitor. Clients love looking at the footage when I pull this up. They get really excited. So yeah. I used to put a handle on the left side, but then I figured it was just getting in the way when I want to use like touch focus on the screen. And I do use manual focus a lot, so I don't have like a pulley system over here. I just pull it from the lens itself. But this looks like a serious rig, and this is the first time I've actually set it up fully with the matte box, with the monitor, and the whole rig. So I am super happy with this, and let's see, I'm sure this will hold the weight, and it does. But yeah, there we go. It's kind of sick. It's kind of sick.